roll the window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. I'm living in a blinded town, am I running out of time? Feeling control when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling, baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? To make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
What's going on, YouTube? I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Listen, fellas, you want to get your face wash, your skincare routine intact? I use Tiege Henley. It's a daily face wash with an AM, PM moisturizers with instructions in the box that's very clear on how to get it together. I know this is not something common that us men do, but it's very important that we take care of our skin. On top of that, the ladies love it. Get yourself a box of Tiege Henley. It comes in the mail, ships within a week. If you click the link in my description, you would get 40% off your first order and 20% off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. Tiege Henley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of Tiege Henley.
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Men Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
no captivity.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Men Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on.
Come on up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
no,
indentured servitude?
That's my dog. Those are for minutes.
All love.
Those are definitely for minutes.
Blessings.
No, don't influence him. He can
No,
make
that's
his
my
decision.
partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? I appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. Y'all can see that. That's the name of this channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He can have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
What is going on YouTube? Today we are live. We are live on this Friday for another episode of Grown Men Trash Talk. Loving it. Loving it. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Oh, man. I don't know why I keep doing that. Do me a favor and let's get active in the comment section. Stay active today because I have a good show for you. Show some love and support it by hitting that like button. On top of that, my fellow people, yesterday was an amazing day. Yesterday, we had our first mixer for Meet to Marry. Oh my goodness, the turnout. We found pretty much every contestant that's needed for season 1. Y'all, talk about how excited I am to move to a city like Charlotte, right? I'm from New York, and when I moved out here, I'm telling you, I didn't know anybody. It was a work thing while I moved out here. So my jobs, gave me a good offering to move out to Charlotte. So I talked to my wife and I said, you know what? Charlotte seems to be where it's at. Let's pack our bags and leave New York and go. So to come out to Charlotte and to have no idea of the lay of the land, to have no friends, nothing out here. So I'm talking about building from scratch. To be able to build what I've built in I started YouTube less than a year ago. We're talking about January. From January to now, from doing reactions to panels to being able to get up to 41,000 subscribers. Then on top of being able to build a channel like that, to be able to meet the people that I've met out here. When I tell you the support that I'm getting for the show, it has no choice but to be the next best show on YouTube. Trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm hyping myself up. This is literally going to be one of the best shows popping on YouTube. And I'm excited to share this experience with everyone that has been rocking with me from day one of starting this channel. Everyone that I have my boys like David Williams, Professor Leon, all of my peoples has just been rocking with me. The ladies that rock with me, I got my team, Ash, Janira, I got Elisa, my wife, everyone that's like, yo, I see the vision that GMT has put together, and I want to help it grow. No, it's so crazy because when you do something and you know you're doing it right from the bottom of your heart, people tend to buy into your dream. And the crazy thing is, off the rip, people are like, yo, don't pay me until you blow up. So until this thing becomes a great deal and it actually takes it to the next level, you don't gotta pay us. We rock with you for the cause. So even in times where I'm like, yo, let me, rock with you and hold on to that. Put that back into the business. So that's exactly what I've been doing. Reinvesting into getting Meet to Marry off the ground. And I'm telling you, the amount of support that I'm getting. Yesterday's mixer was a success. We had the full camera crew, we had drones, we had it all going to make this mixer look like it's like, next level TV quality stuff. Then to be able to have a 2-day shoot and to be able to pull enough people for season 1 is insane, y'all. It's insane. I just got to big up myself one more. That's what's up. So, do me a favor and be on the lookout for Meet to Marry. Hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button as you enter the room. It helps with the algorithm. And stay active in the comment section. Say what up. As a matter of fact, wherever you are watching from right now, type it in the comment section. If you're in Charlotte, no matter where you're at in the world, I know I got people in the UK watching me now. So wherever you're at in the world, do me a favor and let me know where you're watching me from. I had somebody comment that he was in England the other day. And man, when the show made it to the UK, that's what's up. That's what's up. We're not just rocking in the United States. I know when I was doing reactions, I had it really big in India. Like, for some reason, my audience, my algorithm was just a lot of people from India was watching the show. Now it changed over since I've been doing panels. A lot of people in the United States has been watching the channel. It's amazing. But I'm also now starting to go across the pond. So, and there he goes right there. Cool Running is in the building. What up, what up, what up? Shout outs to you. Much respect and salute. We got Foundation Black building. What is good, my guy? Yeah, the people are coming in. The people are coming in. As y'all come in, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to get the show started? Grown Man Trash Talk. We got a good one for you. I got a Kendra G part. And then we're going to do something off of Jubilee, even though I know I'm going to get demonetized for this one. But I have to give y'all this content. So I don't even care to get paid for this one today. It's fine. This one, I'm going to get a copyright. I already know it, but it's fine. Because I got something entertaining for y'all that I believe it's worth me getting the copyright. So I'll take the copyright strike. Y'all ready to get this going, y'all? All right. Let's go, YouTube. Where are we? Let me share my screen and let's present this for my peeps. So let's start off with this Kendra G one. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna just set the tone real quick. We have another delusional woman, right? We have a young lady here who has Christianity backwards. She interpreted the Bible however she felt like interpreting the Bible. And to her, it's right. But to the people in her life, you would look at her like, what the hell are you talking about? So let's get into the video.
You ready? I can't hear you, boo. Turn on your volume.
Yes.
Patricia,
But my name's Patrice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patrice. Where you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Dallas.
Dallas. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. What you do for a living?
I work for an insurance company.
Insurance company. You have any kids?
No children.
No kids.
I like her skin complexion though. I ain't gonna hold you, man. She got a nice tone, man. But Let's keep going with the video.
Patrice, right?
Yes.
Patrice, Dallas, 36. What's your zodiac sign?
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
I feel
And
you.
no
I
kids.
feel
Never
you.
married?
Biblically, yes. Biblically, no. Legally, yes.
How
I'll just
long?
leave it. I'll just leave it at that. So legally, I was married, but not biblically.
How many years were you legally married for?
2.5.
So when did you get divorced?
2019.
So was it a deal? Like you got married to help somebody out?
No. So I don't believe in divorce and remarriage. And he's been married 2 times before me. So marriage is until death. So I had to leave due to my beliefs. So anybody that's been married before, it's a deal breaker.
So you
Yo,
won't get married again?
hold on. You see, this is where sometimes some of these women got me all messed up. What I'm trying to, and this is the problem, right? I blame this on her pastor. I don't necessarily blame her. Somebody taught her all the way wrong, right? This is what I'm talking about. It's mind blowing. Dora, this is mind blowing. How does this make sense? All right. You've been married before, but you don't want to be with anyone that has been married before because somewhere in your head, this makes sense. That person is committing what? Adultery? Is that what it is? They're committing adultery to be in a relationship with you, but you married the man knowing he was married, then saying he belongs to his wife. But guess what? You still belong to him.
Again yourself then?
No, I will, because I've never been married before outside of him. That's why I say biblically I wasn't married.
Girl, now you know this don't make no damn sense.
It does.
For real.
So
Yeah.
you're legally married
Mhm.
and you want to get married again, but
Mhm.
you won't marry a man that was once married because you don't believe in somebody getting married after they were married.
Right. It's until death. So if you go out and marry someone,
But honey, but you were married and you got divorced for whatever reason. So I'm not here to challenge why you got divorced, but you essentially wouldn't even marry yourself. You are the person you're talking about.
we can leave it at that.
No. We cannot just leave it at that. We have to dig into that. Because when you say something, words have power, they have meaning. And when you say something, it's better off that you allow people to fully understand you other than just leaving it to their own interpretation. If I chose now to just go about what you said, for me, I couldn't even have a conversation with you no more. The conversation is done. What else do we have to talk about? You sound like an idiot. And this is no slight to him, right? I'm not necessarily throwing shots, trying to embarrass or talk crazy about this young lady. But let's call a spade a spade. You've been married before, but you won't be with a man who was previously married because marriage is till death. It's so confusing. This is why I say I can't put all the blame on her. I'm gonna have to say her pastor had something to do with this.
Okay. Patrice Dallas, 36, insurance company, no kids, was married legally but not biblically, and ready to get married again. And if you are a divorcee, you are not an option for her. What kind of man you looking for,
Crazy.
girl?
So I'm not really looking, but I want a man that is emotionally
Diabolical.
ready. A man of the Most High, so he's living the word, not just talking about it. Like I said, someone that's not been married, financially stable, a kind man, loving, just a good person.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
If you have more
That's
than
right.
2 children, that's a deal breaker. And if they're under 7, someone that's mean, someone that's a leech, that
You know,
doesn't have a job.
let's talk about her age real quick, right? Because like Cool Running said, she is 36 but acts like 26. The crazy thing is, Cool Runnings, she is going to end up becoming 46 and she's still gonna act like 26 because no one is holding her accountable. Who is truly telling this woman she's wrong? People in her life right now are, when she explains her situation to them, no one could, it's either one, they don't talk her out of it and tell her she sounds crazy, or two, they are 100% just ignoring her and allowing her to live in a land of delusion. So the fact that she's only going to get older in life with this mentality says a lot. It says a lot. It's only going to get worse the older she gets. It's wild. We all know, like, age brings stubbornness. The older we get, the more stuck in our ways we get. Could you imagine when she's 46 years old? No one will be able to talk to her. No one. You can't talk to her now. It's crazy.
Job, doesn't have a career, just not doing anything with their life. No. So at least match me or be doing something with your life.
We have an audio issue. I wonder if it's on my end. Let's see if it's on should he look a certain way?
Oh man.
Really taller. Is that me?
You sound like Transformers. What's going on out here?
It might be. I'm gonna take you out and I'll try to bring you right back in, okay? Should he look a certain way?
I still hear it. I don't know that it's me though.
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay. Just be taller than me. I'm 5'7.5". No, not really. Just be taller than me.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
At least 50K.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay, she said at least 50K. At least 50K. She's reasonable because with her expectations on what she wants in men, everything else is unreasonable. But financially, she makes sense. She wants the average man. I'm with her. I'm with her. With that only. Only.
Stand up.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
That's real. That's real.
Okay.
She said she just wanted a divorce, but didn't want to feel like the bad person, delusional, which is true. Like a lot of it is that. So she has to, because she told him why she wanted the divorce, she has to now run with it. You know what? I didn't even think about it like that, but that makes so much sense when you look at it like that. When you look at it the way you just broke that down, that makes so much sense. She just wanted the reason to leave the dude. But then now saying there's something religious on why you wouldn't deal with somebody that was married prior. You know that man had to have been a good man. But she threw that man whole away because he was married like she didn't know he was married prior to them getting together and getting married. This is stupid.
Sorry.
We got you, Mama. Patrice, when was your last relationship?
Last real relationship was the man I was married to.
Okay. Oh, we got some paid questions for you.
Yeah, let's see that.
Damon Dennis said, so divorced men are a no-go, but men that have children out of wedlock are okay.
That's on them. Like that has nothing to do with me.
That's a good question.
I guess we're trying to understand the mindset that you have from a biblical sense. So the notion would be like, so if a guy was married and had kids, he's not an option. But if a guy procreated and didn't marry the woman he procreated with, he is an option.
That's between them and the Most High. That don't have nothing to do with me.
No, are you gonna girl? I want to.
Yeah, I mean he's still an option. Yes.
Okay,
what?
so just.
All right. It's official. It's official. It's official. The world is over as we know it. Yo, how do you make that make sense? You're okay with dealing with somebody's baby daddy, right? Which in the Bible, biblically, you're having children out of wedlock is quote unquote a sin, right? Having sex before marriage, all that stuff. That's okay. So long as you're not married, so you don't belong to her. But having a child, believe it or not, you technically belong to the person you had a child with one way or the other. One way or the other, you belong to that person. And those that don't want to believe me when I say this, I'm going to break this down for you very, very quick and simple. When you have a child with someone and that person is an active mother or father, you always have a tie to them. They will always have a say-so and dictate how you move in your life. I don't care what y'all try to say. I don't care. There's some men out here that can't leave the state that they currently live in because the court system tells them they can't. There's some women out here that are trying to get their children passports, but they can't because the father won't sign off on it. There's also women that are tied to men with children that are trying to leave a state, but if the father says no, they can't go. They can't just up and leave with them children. When you have a child with someone, it's way more of a tie to them than it is to be married to them with no children. If I'm married to you, I can leave you. Whatever the reason is, this is modern day. You do not live in the year 629 BC. This is 2024. The laws give you limited options when you choose to have children with people. If I'm lying, let me know. Let me know. But I know I'm not. I know I'm not. She tripping, y'all. She is tripping.
For clarity, he can have kids and never been married, but he couldn't have kids and been married.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Divine Photo says, sounds like a walking contradiction. So you don't want a man that was married, but you was married, so that means you are the walking red flag.
Word.
Well, you got to understand the Bible to know where I'm coming from.
Do you
When
understand
you've
the
been
Bible?
married, let's just say two people that are single and they get married and you divorce for whatever reason. The Bible says you can do that, but it doesn't give any reason where you should be going out and remarrying. You're married to that person until death.
Bring your
Now, if
ass
you go
on,
get
kid.
remarried, you're in adultery until you divorce them and go back to your first spouse. You got to understand the word. That's why I'm not here to.
Yo, kid. You want to come on, kid? I can send you the link. I can send you the link. Hold up. I got you. Right now. I got you right now, kid. Here we go, kid. The link is currently in the comment section. Feel free to click on the link. Come up and let's have this conversation. All right, let's keep going with this diabolical foolishness.
Argue
the
about
question
it.
is, we're trying to figure out why are you the exception to your rule because you yourself were married. So
Anybody's the exception if you've never been married before. Marriage is for two people who have never been married before. That's what marriage is.
Okay, Patrice, we understand that, but I guess what we're trying to understand is because you were once married yourself. So
it wasn't biblical though.
So could a man be like you? Could he say he was married, but it wasn't biblical? Is he an option?
Yes, he can. If he's never married.
Yo, Kenny, what up, man? You there, Kenny? Kenny. Hey.
What's going on, man?
What's popping, man?
I'm just gonna be on here for a short period of time because I got places to run. How was your day, sir?
So far, so good, man. I'm excited, man. I don't know if you heard, but remember the show that I'm talking about, the Meet to Marry? So I've been putting it together. So we had our
And I
mixer
did,
yesterday, man. I'm excited about it.
because I was going to ask you, are you coming down to ATL or maybe sometime in Hawaii? I know that's kind of out of your range on Hawaii, but ATL should be your next best stop.
Well, the plan is to move the show around, to come out of Charlotte and then hit up like different states. So definitely Atlanta being a hot spot. I'll definitely bring the show there. Definitely to like Dallas, Hawaii. It'll be awesome if we could get this show in Hawaii. Jesus, I don't know what the dating scene is like out there, but I would love to bring the
Well,
show
that's like a lot of military people out there in Hawaii, but it'd be interesting.
there. That will be. It will be. It will be. That's a good. That's a good. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thought right there, man. I appreciate that one. I
If
appreciate
you
that
come
one.
to DC, I could say, yeah, if you come to DC, if you're looking for background actors or for me to play the bad guy, I'll be that dude. Long as hey, look, as long as it's $10,000, whatever, yeah, I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the asshole
You're
guy
gonna
that
be the
y'all want
bag.
to play well.
I'm gonna make sure I put you on there, man. Say less. I already know how you do, man. My boy be in the comment section going in, guy. You know I got you.
Well, me and Willie gonna be the bad guys. You know, we could be the ops. We can throw our little passport around. And say, yeah, we the bad guy. We get somebody better. Hey, man, you don't need her. We got somebody better than you. You know, something like that. But it be good.
I'm gonna be with Willie in next weekend. Actually, man, I'm going out to Dallas, so that way we could, Yanci's having
Yeah,
an event, so I'm gonna be out there with them.
yeah.
It's gonna
I
be a
was
good time.
telling Yancy put it on live so everybody can see what it looks like. She was trying to invite me to go, but I said I got classes, so I got classes all next week, so I can't go. And then I work security, and then I'm going back to school for cybersecurity, so I won't have time to do anything except for I got a winter break coming up next month. I'm sorry, in 2 months, and I'm trying to figure out my family wants to go to Hawaii or I want to go to either Thailand, Philippines, somewhere. Because we go to
Mm,
like Germany or somewhere it's gonna be too cold. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for my winter break. So I got a whole from December all the way through the end of January. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with myself for winter break.
okay, okay. But listen, man, let's try to at some point, man. Let's all try to get up. You know what I'm saying, to make something rock out, because I got a lot on my plate, man. So it'll be good to incorporate everybody in it.
And then let me respond to the question. Now, what was the question for this one right here? I see Kendra G has on here. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of fill me in on it.
So this delusional woman over here, she's talking about she doesn't want to date anyone that's been married prior, even though she was married. So she divorced her husband because he was married before her, saying that he still belongs to her. Now, Dora made a good point. Dora said that the reason why she divorced him was for another reason. She just didn't like the dude, but she needed an excuse to end the marriage, and that was it. What do you feel about
Th- Everybody doing a Tia Mowry. No, that don't make no sense. If you're
that? I
married, you
agree.
stay married. It's gonna get a lot harder out here. 5 more years ain't gonna get no easier for the women. So from 25 to 44, it's gonna be a lot harder. So it's
Right,
best to just stay married, work it out, negotiate. I don't care what you got to do. Work it out, fix it, because
right,
not everybody's not going to get the same grace when you're married, or as you say, get highly favored. As my pastor would say, you get a lot of favors when you're married. I think you
I
mentioned
agree.
about that last Sunday. You get a lot of favors when you're married.
When you're married, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, but the main thing is to do it right, right? Make sure you find that right one and do it right. That's the biggest thing, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. But the worst is finding like a woman like her. Nah, she ain't it. That's like that's
That
at the bottom right there.
yeah,
That's at
because
the
I'm
bottom.
getting in shape. Yeah, because I'm getting in shape because I can't eat no meat no more because of not no health issue, but just trying to slowly get back in the tip top shape. So if a partner gain weight, I want my partners to, work out with me. If you was a slim trim looking like a Halle Berry before I met you, then we all both should be in the gym working out together to maintain our health.
Mm,
Because like my senior pastor said, we on borrowed time. So at least trying to
That's real.
extend your life as much as possible as you can.
That's real. That's real. I'm
Now,
with
if
you
you
with
don't want
that,
to
my
lose some weight, then I'll be like, well, give me the divorce paper. I'll divorce you. I'll do
sure.
that.
It's over after that.
That tells me you don't want to cooperate. You're not willing. You willing to go out with a cardiac arrest because you didn't put in the work. Hey, I gotta jump off right now. I got somebody calling. It was nice checking in with you.
All right, brother. Good talking to you, man. Yo, blockchain, what it do? What it do, my guy?
It's been a day already. What's happening? Tell me something good.
Not much, man. I got a whole load. I got a five. What's that? A euro? That's a $5 euro. That.
Like $7.
Oh my God, yo! Big shout outs to you with the $5. With the how do you say it though? You say a euro, right? That's how you say it. Like €5. If I'm correct. That's how you say it, right, Willie? I'm off. Here we go. Shout outs to my guy with the super. Thank you. Much love and respect to Cool running from across the pond. He is watching us from England, from the UK. Much love and respect. Thank you. Oh, okay. It's pounds. There we go. I'm tripping. It is pounds. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Blockchain, what's goody, man?
Hey man, it's Friday, so I won't complain. It's Friday. I'm here.
You've been watching this. You've been watching this delusional chick with me.
I mean, it's Kendra G, bro. Like,
oh man! All right. Let's continue. Let's get a little bit of this. Then we're gonna do that Jubilee one. You know that Jubilee one, the one you told me about.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Prior to the one that he married, let's just say for instance, me, I was never married prior to the man that I was married to, right? He was married 2 times before me, so I was his third marriage. So therefore, his first spouse, she's still living. He's still married to her biblically. Just because you go out and get remarried again, that doesn't make that marriage null and voided. You're still married to that person. But a lot of people don't see it that way.
So what were you?
So should a man think you're still married to him since he was your first husband?
He wasn't my first. He wasn't mine. He never belonged to me. He still belonged to his first spouse.
Okay, so let me ask you this. When you got married to him,
What
you
up,
didn't know
Jen?
he was married previously twice before?
I did know. However, I didn't come into, listen though, I knew, but I didn't come into this knowledge until after we married. So when I knew that it was wrong, I got out of it.
And that's true. Yo, Doris says she's saying her marriage don't count. How could you make that up in your head? You got married, you walked down the aisle, you did it in front of God, you did all that crap. Now you're saying, oh, but you never belonged to me because you was married before, as if you ain't know he was married before. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Listen, you know what, man? One thing your show has taught me is never take nobody serious when they got bad Wi-Fi. Like, the people with terrible Wi-Fi oftentimes say the dumbest shit ever. She just told the world on the internet that her marriage didn't count. Like, what are we? Come on, bro. This is how we know. This is how we know Kendra is just like trying to get views because she's just posting people. You know what I'm saying? She's got her platform running as a free ad campaign for that dating app she made. Because who in the hell is gonna come across this woman's profile after seeing this silly shit she just said and swipe left or right? Like that shit is wild to me. Like I've never in my life seen no shit that's just what are we doing? Like
no, it doesn't make any sense. It don't make no sense. But yo, world class, what it do? So let's continue with this foolishness, man. Foolishness.
That's why you got a divorce?
Yes.
Okay, so y'all were married, and then when did you get the knowledge that he's still married biblically to his first wife?
This was probably in 2018, 17.
Were you in church when it? I mean, I'm just wondering, how did you get the information?
Yeah, I was in church, but I was praying about it too. So it was just something that I was struggling with. And, once I came into the knowledge, I just knew that I needed to get out of it. I wasn't going to just stay in it just because. No.
Okay. So I'm learning. I'm trying to learn from your point of view.
World
So
class.
you're saying you were never biblically married.
Feel free to come up, world class. Feel free to come up, my guy. Kit was supposed to come on, but she chicken shit right now. So she hiding in the comment section. But
Who was
feel
supposed
free
to
to
come
come
on?
on, man. Kit.
Yeah, I need Kid to come on.
She chicken shit right now. So
I need Kid to come on and take her phone off D&D.
What up, Kit? She said, I'm busy. Yeah. Yeah.
Because your husband was an ex-divorcee.
Right. Yes. And his first spouse is still living. Now, has she been, passed on? He has the right to go remarry. But while she's still living, no. She belongs to him and he belongs to her.
Okay. 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 We got some more paid questions. Pharaoh's Kingdom said, man, after Bible talk, you're twisting it for your benefit. Stop the cap.
Word.
Okay. No response?
No.
Okay. Texas Sweet Guy said, all sins are equal though, biblically. So how is children out of wedlock okay?
That's a good question.
That, like I said, that's between them and the Most High. That don't have nothing to do with me. I didn't have the children out of wedlock.
Yo.
It's people trying to really have sex with this girl. Like somebody is actually out here running up in this woman raw. That shit is wild.
That's crazy, son. That is crazy.
You know what, though? It's funny. See, Kit said religion is a system of control. There's so many things that Kit and I have agreed on in the recent months that I just find to be extremely, like, I would have bet every dollar I have that we would never agree on 3 things.
So I would have bet that too.
Right? But when I tell people the same thing about religion, a lot of times I get so much pushback and they try to beat me with a Bible. And it feels really good to have somebody else who I have come to find out is a very independent and outside the box thinker to say that and then also know why she's saying it. So I definitely wholeheartedly agree that this whole relationship thing she's talking about, like, people, God saw fit to make more women than men for a reason. And I feel like this might be one of those ones who's just not meant to have somebody serious. Like, God, he made, I think that, he made men, women, and mattress food. And she's probably mattress food, bro, because there's no way that somebody should ever want to call this woman his wife. Like, she's out here in the world embarrassing her future husband now. And she don't even have one. Like, because imagine if you married this girl, right? And this, I would rather find out that my girl did porn than to find out she was stupid. Like, I can rationalize that. You can't rationalize stupid though.
Yo,
like
yo, Skinny said can't go to TD Jake's church.
Hey,
Yo,
man,
what up,
hold on,
Skinny?
I grew up in that church. You know what I'm saying? So it's TD fakes, but yeah, that's messed up, bro.
Yo,
Damn,
it's
that's
wild,
cold.
man. Somebody taking this woman serious, man. They actually are laying up with that.
Like, and people are trying hard to hit. You know how dudes be in girls' inboxes, like saying, "Oh, it's guys in her inbox right now trying to like woo her." And listen,
It's wild.
Yeah, bro. Again, like I told you, bro. If you ever want to know if someone got some real shit to say, check their Wi-Fi first.
Oh my God, you and your shots, yo. Let's
That's,
go.
bro, look at it.
So
Look
you
at
don't think
Jubilee.
if it has kids,
Huh?
Hey, look at Jubilee too. Watch what happens when you watch the heads up on Jubilee when the girl was trying to explain like the whole men can be born women and blah blah blah. Her Wi-Fi was tripping too, bro. Every time you see somebody saying something crazy, they Wi-Fi is trash.
Well, that makes me feel some type of way because sometimes my Wi-Fi be trash.
You be saying some crazy shit, but it's just not dumb.
You said I be
It's- You
I
say
love
some
it.
wild shit sometimes.
I
You
be
know what I'm
saying
saying?
so.
But
I be off the wall a little bit.
a little bit. But I mean, it's just not.
Little bit.
Wait, we love warm donut holes.
Who the that's they go crazy kid, right? That's crazy kid. You know.
No, I thought she was talking about we said men being born women part. I was like, whoa, I can't co-sign that one.
She need to bring her ass up on the panel and stop acting up. Let's go.
belongs to his baby mama.
No, because they didn't get married.
But they have kids together. So would you understand when he has to be there and show up for her because she's his children's mom?
Yeah, I mean, of course, but that doesn't mean that they belong to each other just because they have children.
Okay. Ooh, child, you know this is, you touched on a post tonight.
It's real because
I said, I'll marry your delusional self. She all right with me, Miss Kendra.
there we go. It's always gotta be the simp that'll make them feel as if what they're saying and what they're doing is justified. I'll still marry you. I'll still hit. I'll still whatever.
It's the still part of that sentence. Like, I still like what? But I will say this though. There are several people. We know a lot of men who she's the best that they can do. Like, she's not an ugly girl.
No, not at all.
She looked like she got a body. Okay, cool. Most dudes won't be able to even attain a woman that looks like her physically, let alone, you know what I'm saying, a woman who's also looks like her and is not stupid. So I mean, I don't have that. I don't, I think that the guys who haven't done what it takes to deserve or command better than her, I think that he should just get with her and deal with it. At least, you know what I'm saying, he won't have to beat his meat as much.
You said I'll be saying some crazy stuff, guys.
Oh man. Wait till you
your Wi-Fi is good all the time. I ain't never seen you with bad Wi-Fi.
No, I say that
shit. You definitely messing with a gig over there.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this: when you see the reaction video that I just filmed, I'm gonna let you see it first.
I can't wait, yo. Yo, everybody, do me a favor and go over to Blockchain's channel and subscribe. Make sure you guys are subscribing. He got some heat for y'all. Trust me. The whole split. And y'all hear how he talk. He don't hold back. So do me a favor, go over there.
I got a whopping 7 subscribers over here. At Instagram, I got like almost 40,000. I gotta fix that.
Yeah, we gotta even that out. We gotta even that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, she's done. Like, you can just tell. And then, like, look at her whole background. She got like the Ashley Furniture on sale couch. She got the art that came with the couch that was on top of it. Like, bro, it's crazy. And she got the glasses on. You know it's gonna be some crazy shit when she put the glasses on.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo, all right, let's keep going. Actually, you know what? I think we're done with her foolishness. You ready to get on a little bit of Jubilee?
Yeah, the Jubilee one is wild.
Yeah, that's yo. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer out there. I know I'm gonna get demonetized for this one. 100%.
You passed the first 15 minutes. You ain't said 10 of the trigger words. How you gonna get demonetized for this?
No, not off of what we just talked about. Off of just playing anything from Jubilee. They hit you with a copyright. They hit you with a copyright right away. Yeah. You get copyright right away. So I already know I'm gonna get demonetized. It's fine. But I'm gonna preface this for anyone that's gonna come onto the panel if you want to have a conversation with us, to just be mindful of your words and what you say about the women. You got to be strategic when you talk about this one. But without further ado, let's get into the show. All right. You know, I can't play it straight through. So we
Yeah.
got to talk for YouTube purposes. What's your thoughts on what's going on over here, man? Could a woman control her physique, or is it all some medical issues for the most part on why they can't?
No, it's not medical issues. It's a mental issue. It's an impulse control issue. The majority of fat people aren't fat. Damn near 95% of the fat people who are fat aren't fat for any other choice that they don't push away from the table. Like when I was in the military, I had to like make sure I was real careful about what I ate because I would never make tape. I always have to do body fat. So it was 22% that I could have been, but I always stay around like I'm 15 or 16% BMI now. I always stayed around this because I didn't ever want to, be fat in the military. But I knew that all I had to do, I didn't have to work out extra. You have to not eat bullshit all the time. And if you look at someone's body, their body will tell you exactly who they are and their choices. I'm not looking at a fat girl and being like, oh, she's fat because she has a thyroid condition. Like, you know why those girls are fat. Like, it's not
Right.
there's no secret as to why they're fat, and why they're so comfortable being fat is because the average woman is fat. The average black woman is 5'4", 180 pounds.
Right.
They're obese on average, according to the American Medical Association, right? We understand black women carry weight differently. You know what I'm saying? Titties, boobies, booties, and all the other stuff, right? But this woman is crazy. Like, how are you fat with no titties? That is wild to me.
Oh man.
Like, that is crazy to me. Like breasts.
But listen, that's something she can't help. I get
Yes,
that.
she can. She can go buy them at least to be balanced out.
She looked like she broke. Dude, she complaining about buying food. She's saying that it's expensive to eat healthy. It's crazy.
It's more expensive to be fat and die. Like, that's crazy.
Yo, I agree. I agree.
And she said she lost 60 pounds. Like, bro, do you know how mad I'd be if I lost 60 pounds and was still fat?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, that is crazy to me.
That's why I'll be tight. I'll be like, yo, what was the point? I might as well.
Yeah, I want my weight back because clearly it came out of her titties.
After 60 pounds and ate what I love.
Exactly. I got to give up bacon, Pepsi, and cakes and still be fat 60 pounds later. No. I'm skipping this part.
Let's continue. On earth could you buy a frozen meal in today's market?
Bro, she's lying. Like, you can't trust nothing a big girl say about her diet or what she can spend her money on, bro. They're gonna say whatever makes the rest of them feel good, and then since they know half the crowd is fat too, they know that no one's gonna argue with them. They all going. It's like me saying, bro, I can go get gas for $1.25 a gallon, knowing good and goddamn well I got a Tesla. You know, like what?
Like, you don't have no idea what you're talking about because you're not even living that life of being healthy. So it's like, yeah, like it's confusing. I would rather listen to the people that have the shape that I want as opposed to listening to her who's saying what can't be done. But let's continue with the video. Oh, okay. Let's stop. I do want to hear a little bit more what she's talking about because she's talking about food privilege. Why is it always a term for something today? You know what I'm saying? Why is it not just like, okay, I don't have time to cook? Why are these things considered privileges? It's not a privilege.
That's what people who are in a group that are marginalized do. Black people have done it. They white privilege. Now fat people have done it. You know, skinny privilege. Ugly girls do it. Pretty privilege. Dark skinned girls do it. You know, I guess light skin privilege. Light skinned girls do it. Dark skin privilege or melanin privilege, whatever. People put privilege behind a word to describe something they don't have and entitle another group to get something or a treatment that they want they feel is unfair. So big girls have just made it food privilege, which is bullshit. If you don't make enough money to eat the way you need to eat, stop eating that way or get a better job. Like, you can control both of those things.
Right. And no matter how you look at it, if you got time to sit down at home and eat something, it does not take that long to throw something on the stove. I don't care. Like this is me I'm being frank and serious when I say this. It does not take that long. Listen, I'm not the best cook. My wife cooks for me, right? But if I had to throw something on the stove real quick to just eat, to prevent eating something crazy from outside, I could do that. And I am a busy man. And I can still do that. There's no such thing as you don't have the time more than you just make a bunch of excuses.
Anytime someone says they don't have time, odds are what they're really saying, I didn't make time. And they just use those two statements, you know what I'm saying, as if they're the same. You have time to do anything you want to do. You have to intentionally be intentional about doing it.
Right. Let's see if Skinny what Skinny just said is right. Let me. I'm gonna pause her. She don't realize she could barely get out of bed because of her weight. It has nothing to do with the fact of you just being tired and don't have time. You can get out your bed. It's lazy, like my man, lazy Susan, just laying down, out of shape. And I'm trying to watch my words to be YouTube friendly, right? But just lazy and out of shape and making excuses for being the weight that she is. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Listen, I just again, I'm gonna summarize it with your body will tell me a person's body tells me everything that I need to know about them, and if you listen to her talk, it's just confirming what I said and what I thought already. She's fat because she wants to be, and she's not, and she doesn't want to be skinny or in shape or healthy. She's the way that she wants to be, and I take that same approach with anybody in their finances, their relationship. Like, you are where you want to be, because if you're not, you would do what it takes to get the outcome you want. She is comfortable being shaped like a chicken nugget, and so is the next girl. Like, they have no issue being fat. It's only a conversation now because somebody offered them a platform to make themselves feel better about being fat.
Yo, Kid says she coming on.
Thank God. No, we're not going to leave the big girls alone who don't.
So we're going to leave them alone.
Who are lying, or just out here loud and wrong and lying, Kid. It's a difference.
I already know, so I'm gonna kill this disclaimer before she comes on, because where she's gonna come at is the angle of health, and what a lot of, and I'm gonna say it, what a lot of women do is use that as an excuse for why all of these big people are walking around America. Not the fact that there's a McDonald's not the fact that there's a McDonald's on every corner. Not the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people have no self-control. Not the fact that people keep themselves in a poverty situation to not be able to afford food because they have other bad spending habits. No, they take away full accountability and blame it on, I have mental health issues, I have thyroid issues, I have all these other issues.
You know what? Damn, this is weird, because it was natural for me to say it this time. I don't think the kid's going to approach it from that angle. I think, and this is why. I don't think she's going to approach it from that angle because, one, she's going to be up here with us, and then two, we're logical. We're talking about this logically. And I know one of the things I appreciate about Kit is that when she's surrounded by logical people, she won't be the odd woman out. So, but
sometimes
that's what I'm saying though, because in the environments that I see Kit, it's not very often that she's surrounded by other logical people. But she's making some dope ass points. But what I'm guessing is she's going to say is that, some of these people, some of these girls are because they just can't afford. And this is going to maybe the financial aspect of it, because being healthy is expensive now. They've made being healthy expensive, and that's an argument that she can make all day. But these women trying to make that argument, they don't have what Kit would have to support her life. Like, Kit can get up and go move around. Kit walks, Kit works, Kit's busy, Kit does things for herself. You can tell what these women do by the shoes they're wearing right there. Look how big these damn heels are. Like, you know good and well that they don't do anything, and that they put those on because those are the only cute shoes that they can actually fit in and not fall over in, bro. Like, Kit is not gonna come from that same side as him. I would bet you money that she's not gonna come from that side.
So and one could argue that yes, it's cheaper to eat unhealthy, right? I could say for some people it is, right? It's quick, convenient. It's, ain't nothing $1.50. I don't care what that woman said. On average, you're gonna spend about $5 for almost the cheapest meal you can get at a fast food store. But even with that being said, you don't have to eat the portions that we eat. You still can get a grilled chicken sandwich from McDonald's as opposed to a burger. You can still get a salad from the same place. This is just habits that we have that's bad. It's not necessarily, you can't afford it. You know what I mean? Because the same place, you could get it for the same price. Literally, you know, you could take the bun off and save you the extra calories.
I can't wait till you get to the part where she's like, I'm not obese. I don't care what my doctor says. Like,
oh yeah, all right, we're gonna get there. Let's keep going. Yo, it be the skinniest ones, yo. Literally be the skinniest ones that have the most excuses for people that they're not even associated with. I bet you this woman don't even hang out with women that's bigger than her.
I bet you she doesn't even believe the shit she just said. She's just because women, when you put them together, they tend to have some degree of hive mind that sets in. And she just doesn't want to be offensive because she's sitting next to a girl that's bigger than her and a dude that's bigger than her.
There's a dude on that panel?
The host is, you know what I'm saying, in the right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because and like I even think it's crazy that they put all the big girls on one side of the panel. Like that's unbalanced as it is. Like no pun intended.
No.
Wow, bro.
I don't think they did that on purpose. I think what they said was they made them come up on what they believe. So it's kind of like if you believe this, so they all just happen to sit where they sat. And it just
see, that makes sense. I think I missed that thing. It makes sense for all the big girls to be on the same side.
Right. Up. And go Kit. What up, Kit?
Y'all trying me today? Hey, Block. You actually, you know what, Block? I heard what you said when you were saying as far as, you know, their whole. Well, first things first, before I even talk to y'all.
His Wi-Fi is bad. You know what he said about why people with Wi-Fi earlier?
We shouldn't be listening to them, but it's okay.
No. Wait. To be clear, I said that people with bad Wi-Fi say dumb shit. I didn't say people with bad Wi-Fi say funny or wild thing. Like, let's be clear. Like,
he's like, no. He said, let's make sure we are absolutely clear. Well, for one, I wanted to say, you know, as a very faithful member of the Big Backians, okay, we're gonna stop playing in big girls' faces. Big girls get it every
kid.
And I'm talking about wait. Let me. Y'all had all this time to cook. I'm just saying my little piece because I'm over here burning up like I'm outside.
Why? Turn your AC on.
You would think it's already on, right? So here's the thing. As someone who is pretty much a gym rat, you know what I'm saying? I and anybody can attest to this. You can go on my Facebook, my Instagram, whatever. I love the gym. It's one of my favorite places. You know, 80% of it is your diet. So, you know, but I will say this, and this is not giving them any excuse, but I have several friends that can't get rid of their front pouch. Sometimes it's fibroids. Sometimes it's, you know, other medical conditions where no matter how much
I told you.
No, you're not.
She's not talking about all of them. She's just saying her friends. Watch. Let her cook.
Can I cook? I mean, I'm already cooking over here. I mean, okay. So what it really is that, for one, I did hear Blockchain say something in regards to like, you know, they don't have the schedule or they haven't made the time. And that is a very true thing, right? When I go to the gym, I'm one of those, like, I try to get there as early as possible if I'm gonna go, if I'm not gonna work out at home, right? So my alarm goes off at 5:45 in the morning. Not everyone has that discipline and dedication, you know, and that's something that you have to actually like learn and like, and that has to almost become religion. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look.
Yo, what are you so hot for?
Probably because you know why I'm so hot, y'all? Because I was listening to the conversation and my blood was like, yo, they are saying all kinds of extra. She got to get on there and get them. So that's why I'm over here looking like, you know, I don't know.
Go stand in front of your freezer. That's what I used to do when I was hot.
Look, I'm over here looking like I'm on one. I got 2 toes in hell already. So
listen, I just put a bet out that you don't have pants on right now.
You know what? I got on pants because, you know, I'm out here trying to be, you know what? I got y'all. Watch this. Y'all ain't gonna play in my face.
No, I don't want to see you not wear no pants. All right. Oh, man. All right, cool, good.
Why am I not? You know what?
I'm about to demonetize the shit out of you.
I know.
Bro, Dion, I had nothing to do with the last set of comments that was made. I don't know what's going on Friday, but it is Shit Talk Friday, so they don't.
Hey, wait. Why is your fan? Hold on. Damn, what we talking about? Why is your fan shaped like that?
Shaped like what?
Oh man.
It's shaped like a bunny. Well, cat is.
Yo.
Leave my fan alone. I'm trying not to be hot.
You see what Skinny said? Skinny said, he said, can't tell, chill, turn on the AC.
Ooh! I thought he was saying I need to chill with the AC. Ooh, Skinny. You know, because of that, Skinny, no more glasses for you. The glasses are retired.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
No more glasses for you, Skinny.
Let me find out you and Chill is over there, you know what I'm saying, making chill cats or chill kids.
They was hot boxing.
Okay, that's about it. But no, I will. You know what? Y'all are so. Oh my God. But no, I'm telling y'all, a lot of women. You know, again, you do have people who have outliers like the health issues, mental health issues, because you know, mental health is just as important as your physical health. And if you can't mentally get it together, it is 100 times harder to get it physically together. I will say that some women have too many excuses as to why they're not doing the thing. Like, I can respect it more if you like me, like, look, I'm a big bitch, just deal with it. Like, I mean, is you being my friend or not? You know what I'm saying? But for them to have the excuses of, oh, well, you know, frozen foods are expensive. Now, I will say you can find a frozen meal on sale for $2.
$1.50. Where?
$2, $2.50 on sale. I didn't say
at Publix.
You talking about like a pack of noodles or some shit? Because that's the only thing I looked up in my Instacart trying to find meals.
You know what?
I don't know what are you talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the meals. Like, you got some of your like your little cheapy Michelina, you know, Salisbury steak and potatoes. You got like the little Swedish meatballs. You know, you got your little banquet meals, things that aren't necessarily, you know, the creme de la creme, but affordable and for people who are on a budget. They do have them on sale on occasion. I'm not saying that it's all the time thing, but some of those are meant to be lower in price for people who do have, you know, financial struggles in that department. I will say that.
But hold on, kid. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Why does she have to sit there with her stomach out?
So, okay, you know, for me, it's like guts out, butts out, right? So I'm like, you know,
guts
I'm
out or butts out?
You know, guts out, butts out, like, right? So here's the thing. So here's the thing. For me, it's about body positivity. I think that we're in that particular space where for men, it's like y'all don't want to see it because you all value a specific aesthetic when it comes to women. Women are more in a space right now where it's like, you know, it's me, it's my body. I'm going to be body positive. I'm going to not be ashamed to wear the two-piece. I'm not going to be ashamed to wear the crop top. Like, one of my favorite people on Instagram, like, she'll tell you, like, it's very, she's always against like the very demure. She's like, no, she said, it's very bold, very put it the fuck on. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you have a lot of women in that space that are kind of like taking back that, you know, that shame and guilt that people used to put on them for not being, you know, this particular woman, this particular size, this particular aesthetic. And so that's where a lot of that comes in now. That doesn't change how men feel about it, right? Y'all might, you know, look, I had a boyfriend at one time that was super mad at me because it was at a time when I was a competitive cheerleader. And so we were working out several hours a day, you know, and of course I went from, you know, a tad bit fluffy, which is what he liked, to a whole lot more toned and put together. And he couldn't stand it. Like, that might have been why me and that nigga didn't work out. But you know,
I'd have been injecting your ass with bacon grease in your sleep.
Look, he got mad. Imagine laying down with your significant other, and they're used to your leg being like pillow, right? So they can just lay on your leg. But now you're in the height of your, you know, your cheerleading situation. So he goes to lay on your leg, and the muscle keeps moving.
What up, Candace?
So now he's irritated because now he has to use a pillow where before he didn't, because I can't get comfortable. Like that's what he used to. And I mean, attitude, like big attitude. So there are men that really do appreciate a larger woman, that appreciates a bigger woman. That's not necessarily saying the majority, right? Because I personally feel like men are always looking for their Barbie trophy, right? You know, who's gonna look good on my arm? It's the reason why if you look at a lot of industry people, if you look at a lot of their women, they're almost cookie cutter to each other. They all have that same almost Kim Kardashian look, whether they're light skinned, white, or Albanian, whatever they are. They all have that particular aesthetic, which is super popular right now, which is why you have all of the, you know, BBLs, and you have the, you know, some people just want a mommy makeover because they want to feel good about themselves. It's a lot of different things. But, you know, I'm never going to be one. Again, I am a faithful committee member of the Big Backians, and, you know, as you know.
So Skinny Boy just sent something in the chat. I haven't seen it. I just saw it just now when you sent it to me. I can't put it up on YouTube because it's crazy. And YouTube will not only demonetize me,
they might take us
they
back
might take the whole channel down. But it's crazy. If y'all want, click on that link that Skinny Boy just put up there yourselves and go see.
Hey man, I just pulled that shit up. I'm finna block him. And I can't believe that's in my search history now. That is
that's wild.
But kid, listen,
yo,
I'm not even gonna hold you. I agree with 95.6% of what you said. Like this shit is getting weird. But what I will say about women with that aesthetic, the people who are okay with that are the people who already look like that or who used to, or their mothers do. The women who are fine, they're like you're saying, are naturally attractive, they don't support this because they want to support what they look like being normal. And so that's when you start seeing the clash between the women. Like the chick that we're showing right now, I'm still thinking that's a man. Anyway, but the lady that we're showing us on the screen right now, she's showing like, hey, I can support them, right? But then if you go look at all of her content, a lot of her stuff is fat shaming too. Like a lot of it. So, but when she's on this panel, when she's surrounded by them, she just don't want to get jumped. She's gonna say what she's supposed to say. Because if she get into a fight with these two big girls, she can't win. I don't care how big her traps are.
Yo, because that woman be in the gym heavy.
Look, not all big girls can fight. Let me put that out.
No, it's not about a fight. It's about pure physics. That girl next to her weighs 300 something pounds. She weighs
she could just sit on her and it's over.
Yeah, that's like, and it's a bunch of them, bro. Like as a man, I'm 6 foot 250. I don't want to fight 300-pound women. That's 900 pounds of sumo wrestler. I'm gonna lose.
Yo, let me keep playing the video. Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
So out of control.
I need to pay.
That's the point right there. If it could be done, it could be done. We're not talking about the majority of women are not out here suffering with thyroid issues. The majority of women probably are. I would give what Kid said more of a thing by saying the majority of them are suffering from mental health issues. Yo, hold on one second. I got a new subscriber. What up, Jerome? Shout outs to you, man. Big respects. And he said he came from over here from Candace.
Okay, Romy Rome in the house.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a good time over here, my guy. We talk a lot of shit over here, especially on Friday. Friday. So, but yeah, I agree with Kit with this. Mental health is a problem, not thyroid issues suffering. These women suffering with that. It's some crazy diabolical thing that's happening to all these women. That's why they're all over obese. Like, come on, man. Come on now.
But you do have to change the mindset. So, like the young lady Alicia that was just talking, right? You definitely have to change the mindset, like kind of like how she was like, I show up for me every day. For a lot of women, especially now, it's very hard for them to show up for themselves. And it's not even about excuses given. It's about being inundated with a lot of other responsibilities where they haven't had the opportunity to make that time, right? Not saying that they can't, and not saying that it's an excuse where they shouldn't. It's just one of those things where it's like, because you can hear it in their speech, right? If you really pay attention to what they're saying, So you hear Alicia saying, well, you know, I'm a single mom. I had to do all these things, but I wanted to be the highest version of myself. So I had to show up for me. I had to make the time, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Other women are saying, oh, well, that's because you had the time or you had the lifestyle. They're still stuck in that cycle of inability or, unable. Whereas once you, and it's a practice, right? Once you get out of that practice, once you get to a space where it's religion, right? It's because religion is just practice, right? So once they get to a space, especially so in psychology, it takes you 21 days to break a bad habit if done properly and within, certain time parameters, right? So it takes them to first get to that space that says, I'm going to be dedicated and get there. Let's be real. Let's be completely clear. 30 to 50% of the revenue generated from a gym is from people who have memberships and do not use them.
Oh, that's a fact. I agree with that.
So the intentions are always there. The road to hell is paved with great intentions. You know what I'm saying? They have the intent, they have the want, but now getting their mental to connect and that discipline to all set together is really where the problem comes in. And you can hear it in how their conversations are. If you really pay attention to what the women are saying, this is coming from someone who I decided I didn't want to be big. So I did certain measures and parameters to make it where it forced me to have to lose the weight. So I got AFA certified. So anybody who knows about American Fitness Association of America, I actually had a group fitness certification. If you know anything about Beachbody products, I was a Turbo Kick certified instructor, XYZ, so many others, Zumba. But I did that on purpose because I knew that if I got these certifications and I wanted to teach any kind of class, it forced me to have to work out. It forced me to have to eat properly until it wasn't a force anymore. So some people just have to find that niche in what gets them there so that they can get there.
I feel you.
Some of these women are just missing that. That's all it is.
I feel you. Yo, we got my man, world class in the building. Shout out to you, my guy.
Yep, back at it like that forever.
Respect. What's the deal, man? Yo, Ash is not on the panel. Oh my God.
No. No.
Oh man, I know she gonna be like, damn, how I miss world class? Wow. What's good though, man? What's your thoughts on this topic?
The last is being fat a choice, fit women versus fat? Absolutely, it's a commitment. Absolutely. So you may not know, but I used to be 255 pounds, and I think I fasted earlier this year. I was down to 145, but my regular weight is like 160. So health is a big deal. It's a big part of my life. I went vegan in 2012, summer 2012. And I'm tough on myself. My mindset was I knew what got me unhealthy before, and I knew going down the unhealthy aisles, I did that shit on purpose. And then when you just go down the healthy aisles, you know what I'm saying, it changed your life. But it's a mindset. Like people will start with exercise. I always tell people don't start with exercise. You got to start with a mindset. You got to change your relationship with food and nutrition and your body, your association to why you eat, like have a purpose on why you eat, etc. And got a pretty good success rate with that. But once because it's like you can change the hardware all you want, but the software is still going to run it. So you really got to change your relationship with food. You got to repurpose almost every meal that you eat. Why do I eat this? My comfort meals was the foods that was making me unhealthy is because when this person died or this bad thing happened, they put this food in front of me and that food in front of me, and now I'm eating it just because of that. And then you know what I'm saying? So it's a choice, but you got to understand it's a choice in terms of subconscious. And when you develop a habit over 30, 60, 90 days, you can really eliminate that stuff. It's easier than what people think, but it's the hard work is up front. And it's up front. And it's the mental. The mental game is way harder than the physical game and the nutrition. It's the mindset. You got to change the way you think and why you eat. Like, what's your purpose? Yeah.
And it's in fact, you would say you probably lost the majority of your weight when you just mainly dieting, right? It wasn't even the gym. It wasn't working out. It was
No.
just changing the diet.
Yeah, I went from literally. I worked hard. I was doing the wrong stuff from about 255 to 210. Then I got the nutrition part. I got down to like 205, and then it was through meditation, through like my own personal issues that I dropped under 200. I used a book called "The Power of Your Subconscious Mind" by Dr. Joseph Murphy, and I used that book to program myself to go under 200 pounds and never be over 200 pounds. I used that, but then it's just stuff that you thinking about that's really causing you to eat wrong. Like it's a commitment. I seen one chick blame black women being heavy on racism, and I'm just like you
Oh
focus
yeah,
on
I saw that.
yeah, you just focus on wrong shit. But it's oh, she said that's I love that book. That's a must read. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. But I say all that to say I did not lose weight through exercise. I was an athlete. We played football, we played basketball. I already knew how to work out. I still was getting big working out. Working out wasn't a problem. Working out wasn't working out. So,
because you was eating while you was working out, so you was just eating bad and working out. Does nothing.
The horrible nutrition and a horrible relationship with food. And once that, everything else changed. You know what I'm saying?
Because the biggest thing is you could build a lot of that fat under your muscle. You know.
Indeed.
Right.
So.
Yo, here go blockchain. You're fat because you're lazy. Yo, that's the name he put for himself.
Oh, that's him. Oh, that's him right there.
Blockchain there. What up, man?
My bad, man. I had to relocate real quick.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, this part that I wanted to play, this is the part we were talking about here in blockchain. I got you. Why is it freaking circling like this all of a sudden? What's going on with this? All right. But then missing out on is what she just said. They've been together for 50 years. Of course you're going to be all right. I'm old, you old. We both gained weight and we're just big and fat together until the end of our last days. That's different than when you're out on a dating market and you expect people to take you as you are. What's your thoughts on that, Tom?
That was the dumbest I ever heard in my life.
They dismissed the bigger thing was they dismissed the question. The question is, was fit women more attractive? Not whether you can get not whether a fat person is attractive too. That's not the question. That's what the first one answered. And because she a lesbian, she was with a overweight girl, she was with a fit girl, that their personalities she couldn't get with. Of course, because they have a healthy life habit, and you don't. So that has nothing to do with the question. So go ahead.
It's like when rich dudes hang out with dudes who don't get no money. We feel the same way. Like different. I don't want to hang out with nobody who's cool being broke. Like it's unattractive. I wouldn't want to date a woman who is okay staying broke either. It's the same thing. Like so, they answer questions. They answer the questions they want to answer, never the question that they do. Like, do you think that being fat is healthy? Well, I'm pretty healthy. I can work out. I can walk upstairs and not die. That's not the question they ask you. Answer the question that was asked, and none of them will do that when you watch this whole section.
Right. Right.
For sure.
I agree with that. Now, hold on. I definitely won't pull names, but the other day I saw this woman. Her face was gorgeous. When she was sitting down, I mean, you could tell she was a big girl, right? Because you can't really hide it because it usually sits in your face. So you could tell. But what was going on, what I noticed and what I saw was the moment I hit the corner and I realized when she was sitting down how big she actually was, I was like, God, if this woman were to lose weight, and mind you, it was at a singles mixer. Ask me why I was at a singles mixer. I was only there because I was promoting my business.
Research
purposes. So with that being said, I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? How is this woman so damn big? She's really pretty. If she were to lose weight, she will not be at no singles mixer.
Yeah, bro.
Because I talked to her for a little bit. Her personality was amazing. She would make a great wife. But the problem with her was her circumference. She was falling off of the seat, dog.
Circumference is crazy.
It's wild, son. It's wild. Yo, Kit, you there? What's your thoughts on that, Kit?
Man, you know I'm here and I'm just sitting here listening to y'all shenanigans.
Wow.
The debauchery of it all. So it's funny to me that all of them kind of disagreed, especially the ones that are more fit. I kind of feel like blockchain on that side where it's I don't want to get seen in the parking lot kind of energy, but I could be completely wrong. And y'all know I'm here for my girls, so you know that's that. I will say that you do have some, you know, I do know, and I won't say all fit people, but you do have some fitness people who have an elitist energy, like I'm better than you because I'm skinny kind of energy. And you know, that's kind of what, you know, I feel like old girl was touching on as far as like her girlfriend, like the energy and the attitudes, you know, that can carry. For the most part, fitness people are like me. We're happy for the most part all the time because our endorphins are kicked through the fucking roof. So, you know, we're too busy, you know, living life and being like, "Ooh, got that, you know, natural energy thing going." So, I don't know. I feel like it's a couple of different things going on in this conversation, and I'm kind of picking that apart as well as just the main topic. And to your comment, you know, beauty isn't in your size. That's a man thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we have to look at y'all. That's why.
But here's the thing: you just said that you looked at this woman and she was beautiful. And
yeah, and when I turned the corner, I was like, God damn.
Hey, Kit, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what? Your personality can be fine as you want to, but when I gotta bend you over every day and look and decide if I want to hit you face to face, your body's gonna matter.
Let me tell you something. I know some dudes that's like, you got to be too something to do something. Okay,
no, you're right.
So,
I don't like skinny women either. So trust me.
I'm like,
I hear you. I also don't like women who are shaped like the chicken nugget variation. But
the
what I'm saying is that, like,
you know, round is you know, I'm gonna stop telling these women they out of shape.
No, not round. Those women are not round. That woman is shaped like a
chicken nugget is a different shape.
Like if you go look at McDonald's chicken nuggets, they got 4 shapes. I got kids, trust me, I promise you. They got 4 different shapes. You got all 4 represented on this panel right now.
They shaped like the Dominican Republic.
The girl in the middle is shaped like the Mucinex monster. The girl on the end is shaped like the girl from Monsters Inc. We can do this all day.
Block. You out of control.
But am I lying though?
Flag on the plate. Did you say?
But am I lying, kid? Did you just picture that lady with the horn rim glasses?
The Mucinex germ, no? Really?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the one in the sleeping gown. That's what she looked like.
And then you got the other girl who looks like a fat Asian handmaid. Like, what are we talking about right now? You seen The Handmaid's Tale? She looked like an extra from that show.
You know what? Out of control and out of control.
A lot of them look like they made out of pigback.
I will say this though, and this is something that men I don't really think that y'all think about in a way. You know, the same way in of quote unquote value, you know, certain aesthetics have access to all these different, you know, people and men, whatever, women. Is the same way that women in that particular space have that kind of energy. So a lot of the times you might be looking for attractiveness over substance and don't even realize it because you're equating how a person looks to who they are as a person. You know,
that's what men do, kid.
But that's the first indications you have. The first indications you have is how they look. If like the girl said, like the Asian girl said, she looked well put together. She looked like she take time to make. She looked also clean. She looked like she got good hygiene as well. She could have just been working out, who knows? But just off appearance,
I will say, wait, but hold up. She is automatically disqualified for all the tattoos. Where's Chill? I'll
live by that. I don't mind.
She don't have no chest tattoos. We disqualify her for, you know what I'm saying, having a chest. Well, Chill is on some other shit.
She got a whole arm sleeve and a
leg sleeve. I'm not tripping off none of them. I'm talking about that ratchet ass, like you can tell you from the South or you've been to prison before, chest tattoos that men have that women go get.
The face tattoos and the neck tattoos be the problem.
If a girl has a face tattoo, she's 1 billion% crazy. And if you hitting her, you better live 4 or 5 states away.
I need for y'all to stop putting these parameters on us. I swear to God.
These are experiences.
out.
Every man on this panel has dealt with it before.
Exactly.
And
So
the
you
crazy
dealt-
thing is,
you
the
dealt
girl
with- okay, so you're telling me that you dealt with a woman that had a chest or a neck tattoo that was, and they're all of them that you dealt with, or one.
every one of them. And
Absolutely.
look,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna be honest.
Absolutely.
I had children by one of them. So trust me when
Yeah,
I
you
tell you I know firsthand. Kid, I know firsthand. Like that Eve titty paw print shit doesn't mean nothing. But you got some good coochie, but you crazy.
That's a
what it
fact.
means every time.
And you're a nurse.
And that, thank you. Oh my God, bro. Yeah.
You know why I take, and I don't even take offense to this. It makes me laugh because maybe because I'm pierced and tatted everywhere. That to me, it's like I'm not crazy though. I'm crazy in the good ways. Let's say
Listen,
that.
I'm gonna give it to you, right? You
I don't
said
have
you
a problem
pierced,
with
you said you pierced and tatted everywhere, right? You know what we men say about women that are pierced and tatted? They crazy, they got good coochie, they'll hurt you, and they probably super fun. I can say you're all four of those things. I mean, I will give you credit for the good vagina because you look like you might you look like you like to fight, kid. Let's be real.
You always talk about your scalpel. You always talk about violence, about how you believe in.
No, the scalpel is for protection because some of y'all will get angry. Let me tell you something.
That's
Some
true.
of y'all, you'll sit here and you'll tell somebody, oh, you know, I'm not interested, apologies. Or if you try to like walk away, I've seen so many different things, and I've even experienced it where, you know, a dude thought I gave him the wrong number because my phone died. And he was like, oh, and then it turns into the, oh, well, I didn't want to fuck with you anyway. I wasn't trying to be your friend, no way. I mean, all I was going to do was try to dust you and dog you anyway. You could have, you know, I could have saved my time. Well, then why didn't you? It's like y'all will come to us and invite us to this barbecue that we never invite ourselves to. And then when we don't want to be a part of the barbecue, it's like, well, bitch, you were supposed to bring the chicken. Now you're not going to bring the chicken. It's like, what?
I'm not in a problem.
Okay, we're not saying we don't understand why you cut people. We're just telling you that we look like you do.
That's a fact.
First, I personally feel like everybody, look, if your life is being threatened or, you know, you got some situations, everybody should have a level of protection with them. Shout out to all my chicks from the Bronx.
Facts.
We do.
I got a whole nonprofit teaching women the best
I heard you talking about from the Bronx. I heard your little underlip thing. I heard you, bro.
Kid, I got a whole nonprofit teaching women who have been victims of domestic violence how to shoot people in the face. Like, and we've got hundreds of women who go through there. I mean, the abuse people in the face. My bad, because I feel like women are grossly unprotected when it comes to violence against men, right? But all that goes to say, I will tell you that a lot of the women that come through my program, I understand why the men hit them because they're crazy. Like, I don't condone it, but I understand it. Like the one with the face tat. With, you know what I'm saying, got her boyfriend's name, her whole name tatted on her jawline. I understand what happened when she tell that story about how they got into a fight at home. Like, I get it. I'm still gonna push you through the class, baby girl, because you didn't deserve what happened to you. But if you hit him first,
Kid need to fight that smoke detector right now.
Yo, kid, that's your smoke detector going on?
No, that's me. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, well, I assume the worst. I was wrong.
Hey, hold on, bro. I got a 14-foot ceiling in my bedroom. I can't reach it, so I'm not trying to like. It's gonna do that until it does that.
Anyway, first class, world class. I be my ass. I be seeing. I be peeping all the shits. Okay, but no. I will say this. No, for me, I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is something that's like for all the dudes, whether you're on the panel or on the chat. You all bring about a certain energy out of women, right? So how you show up and how you present to women ultimately determines how they are receptive of that energy and how they reciprocate it, right? When it comes to men that I am dating, I'm romantically involved with, or I'm a completely different energy. But that's because they bring that particular energy out of me. I don't have to feel like I have to be, you know, whoever, because when, especially in blockchain, you know that this is true, especially for women in IT, when you're used to being at a certain level, you're normally the one people are coming to for, you know, whatever the case is, you project management, whatever. You're used to being. And when you have a man that kind of comes and takes that, you know, energy and alleviates you from that because they can actually take over those things, it makes a woman not have to feel like, you know, she's doing X, Y, Z or ABC to accommodate or even assimilate to be whoever. So I will say that a lot of men don't know how to be men to the women that they want to be men to.
Yeah,
And
it's like
it's
you're right.
same thing.
Because you got to be a bodybuilder to date these women or a power lifter. So you're right.
I'm so sick of you.
You proved my point.
Yo.
No, but that's the whole thing. You know what? And I know people who know me in person and in real life, they know. I mean, I talk a ton of shit because that's just what I do. But I am super cool with it. I will tell
That's a
people,
fact.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make no waves. If anything, I'm trying to keep everybody on a peaceful keel about stuff, especially
Me
with
too,
the
kid.
whole,
I'm the
especially
same
with
way.
the men, especially with the black women, black men, or just women, men, gender roles and issues that we've got going on right now in general. But just back onto like, as far as the topic goes, I really just feel like, because fat has been made to seem as a bad aesthetic, men ultimately feel like, if you're overweight or if you have, whatever, that you're no longer attractive. I'm just talking about culturally though, because Mexicans love them a big bitch.
No, not. Listen,
Let
me tell you something. Fat people are not something that was made to look bad, right? We look at it bad biologically. Because think about it, kid. Knowing that a woman is big, in your mind somewhere, you know how much life she got left, how healthy she is. I can't even lift you up like I want to lift you up. Men have an urge to feel like we could protect our woman.
What my weight got to do with your weak back?
Oh wow.
It's not my weak back. What about your big ass?
No, my big ass, like they said, too something to do something. Why is your back weak? What happened to your pulls? Where's these?
Listen, these women are 300 pounds. What man could lift up these 300
A
pounds?
lot.
Hey, wait. GMT, I got you. Listen,
no blockchain.
I'm not going. I'm on the side.
Camera.
Guy, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bench over 3, squat over 5. I wouldn't want to date one of these women because I do that in the gym. I don't want to do that. If we are in the house, I'm not saving them. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we both can't fit down my hallway. I'm not about to put that lady.
Y'all are missing out on some of the best meals. Because first things first, y'all know anybody.
I go to a restaurant.
Anybody with a double
I don't want a
chin
good meal.
I
want a healthy woman.
Jabby is frying the best chicken. She is gonna make sure that you is screw out.
None of these women are black. They don't get that cooking benefit of the doubt.
They ain't frying no chicken exactly. They just boiling that shit.
What about the one in the
Who the fuck is boiling chicken? You know what? I didn't sign up for this today. Who's boiling chicken?
Boiling chicken.
Everybody except for the girl in purple.
That's getting out of control.
Oh, you know what? Okay. That's a fitness thing.
You boil chicken, you putting you out.
That's a fitness thing. So when you're trying to cut weight and you're trying to like alleviate fat and all that other stuff, people will do like boiled chicken, boiled eggs, like raw salad, like no.
That don't apply to nobody on this panel. These women's blood type is fried. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, their blood type is.
Mine is glazed, so I mean, I might.
That's cool.
I should have been on the panel, I guess. Like,
kid, if you was on this panel, you probably would have helped them, but you wouldn't agree. Because you wouldn't argue against being fit is more attractive than being unfit. You wouldn't argue with that.
Because you would know the majority of men would find fit women more attractive than big women.
Right. And that's what I was saying. I feel like, our society, because here's the thing, who determined, and this is just something to really think about, right? Who determined that being this particular size and this particular weight was the standard of attraction?
Right? Looking at big women and saying it's not attractive.
Biology.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Biology.
Go ahead.
You're saying biology, but here's the thing. So biologically, you're saying that Mexicans find bigger women attractive, but biologically, black men find skinnier women.
They probably find then you would say that the opposite, because black men are used to seeing women bigger in our community as well. So why don't we look at them as Mexican women?
But Mexicans love a big woman. Like they prefer them almost.
Y'all just got the size within the last 20 years. Back, you look at them old pictures back in the day, Soul Train and all them. Y'all, it was a bunch of slim thicks. Y'all had asses, but you was slim thick.
But
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm trying to say. I personally feel like, case in point, we didn't see a lot of dark skinned people on TV
oh, I
for a
give it to
very
you.
long time, right? Because light skin was the standard. It was either white or light, right? So all of our black actresses that were or actors that were super popular or super accredited to whatever were always like the light skin, like Jasmine Guy. You had like, you had people like that. But when it came to like being dark, that was seen as like, oh, oh, they're too dark, or oh, they don't fit the what we're looking for in this particular thing. That's evolved now. Like everybody's like, oh, I want somebody cocoa. I want some, so that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to figure out how we've evolved in so many different places, and yet weight is still something we're stuck at.
Because that's what we care about.
Yeah, it's like weight and finances.
It's a
Hey,
health
listen,
hazard.
look,
When men say that they're really simple, y'all really mean that shit, because weight
we
and
are.
finances is it. Like, so don't be too big and don't spend too much, and then you're okay. Like,
Listen, wait,
Why is it hard? That's
wait,
difficult.
I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I'll be real honest. It was so much easier for me to get money than it was for me to get in shape. Like so much
say that
easier.
shit again.
So much easier. It's easier to make $1 million than it is to lose 30 pounds. It's like
Look,
easy.
when you belong to the big backians, let me tell you something. It took me a year to lose like 70 pounds. And it wasn't because I wasn't in the gym and shit. It's just because a bitch like to eat. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
kid, I used to be 280.
like
I get it.
You know
Like
what I'm
I get
saying?
it. When I hit 280, I was like, damn, I gotta get bigger
I
clothes.
was look, I'm 5'2", and y'all know I am little. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
No, I didn't know you was that little kid. I thought
Yo,
you was about
Kit,
5'8".
if you stand
No.
next to Kit in real life, she is mad small.
Kid,
yo.
you little mean munchkin, you. I thought you was like 5'8".
No, I'm 5'2" all day, soaking wet. And my highest weight was like 230. I used 235, no, 236 actually. I used to wear size 18. Like I know what it is to lose weight. I know what it is to get healthy. I'm a chef, a bitch like to cook. I mean, I be eating shit. So, but I had to make up for it in my workout. So it was like I had to decide, like, am I gonna let this meal deter me from the goal, or am I gonna do what I need to do to make up for it? And then after that, you get tired of the yo-yo, right? You get tired of, okay, one day I'm skinny, one day I'm fat, one day I'm skinny. So then you just do all of the things necessary to just be that person that you're trying to be, and it's easier to start cutting things out once you get to that space. But I really be thinking about that, because I'm like, we've evolved past so many different things, and somehow weight is still like high on the ballot. Like because I know skinny people that have some, like she said, has some of the worst or most atrocious attitudes. And then
Yeah, I
I
don't
know,
fuck with skinny people at all.
and then I know some big, I mean, and I hate when people even say that, because they even put all of these like stereotypes and things on big women. Oh, if a big woman is at the strip club, you go for her because she'll actually give you all of her money. This, that, and the third. If
But is it a stereotype or is it a fact?
It's true.
I think it can be a yes and no on that, right? But it's more about, I personally feel like a lot of regular women don't even like male strip clubs. So that's just one thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that male strippers have figured out, like anybody else in their profession, who to go to gain and get the respect. Like if you pick up a big girl and you straddle her and move her all around, all the other big girls is like, oh,
back out. No.
oh my God.
And
Hello.
the little one. Because they like, if you can pick her up, you can pick me up.
Look, if you can pick her up, you can twirl me in the air. Like let me be your friend. So, you've got a lot of different things going on here. I personally feel like we've come so far, even though we're still so far behind. We've come so far, and I just feel like the fact that weight is still a high ticket on the ballot, especially when you can get with a chick and she can gain weight, she can lose weight, she cannot be here, her personality can be trash. What are you all, and this is something for you all. Wait, I'm gonna ask you this question. What are you all, and not you, me, GMT, because you got a whole wife and stuff, but what are you all looking for as men that's tangible past the physical, because once that fades or once that is no longer of super importance, all of the other things kind of come out, right? You gotta, her personality, who she is as a woman. Like, what are those things that y'all are looking for? Because I think that to me, that's way more important than a bitch being 250.
A healthy,
world class, you got it.
yeah, a healthy mindset and habit, right? And like if a woman had the opposite, what she want to see? A guy that's ambitious, she want to see some results. So you can't show me that you got healthy habits and a healthy mindset when you have an unhealthy body. That's like you being at work, and yeah, we're profitable at work, but we always in debt and we'll never get our work done. So your body is your number one resume for your worthiness, for your self-worthiness. How much do you value yourself? You want me to be ambitious as a man and go make 100,000 a month, but you can't do free push-ups by the bed. You can't go jog for free. Be ambitious and invest into your health like you want a man to invest in his wealth.
So let me ask you this. As the men who pride themselves on being leaders, right?
Yes,
why is someone that you deem worthy of, connection, not worthy of your leadership and helping them in that role?
Because you can't help nobody that's overweight lose weight. They don't want. You can't drag nobody.
You can't make them want it for themselves.
You have to mentally do
make
it.
them want it for themselves. I'm talking about leading in a way where it's like, again, an effective leader doesn't necessarily have to say, go do this.
Hey,
I got you. I got
you know how many fat people are in the military, and they have some of the most effective leadership on the planet.
Go ahead,
the military uses
most of those military people that are fat. They did that on purpose because they trying to get cashed out.
No, that's
100%.
So
let's not do
I'm
that.
trying to tell you, as a retired member of one of the fattest branches of the armed forces, when I tell you how many, I had 1,500 sailors that reported to me.
I was just about to say he was in the Navy. I knew it.
Yeah, 100%. No, the Air Force. I'm not even gonna talk about the Air Force because they're not fat. That's different. Like they eat too good. That's why they're fat. You know how hard it is to get fat in the Navy? It's really difficult, right? You have to intentionally do that because you PT every day. You know what I'm saying? They have guidelines and everything for you and all this other stuff. When I tell you that if I had 1,500 sailors, I had 300 of them sailors who were on FEP, which FEP, the Fitness Enhancement Program. And those people's careers and livelihoods were at stake, and they still didn't care. Now, keeping up with, say, 100 of those formerly fat sailors, they are fatter civilians now because they just don't want it. You cannot make somebody not want to be fat because of how hard and uncomfortable it is to go through that process. Like when I told you that it's easier to listen, I said, you know what? I'm going to stay 280 because it's too hard going to the gym every day. So I'm just going to make millions of dollars and go get some tattoos and just be a dad by a demon. It worked for a couple years, right? But then I just didn't like it because my oldest son is, in shape and he was, getting to the age where he wanted to wrestle. That's when I got my ass back in the gym. That was the motivation I needed to be like, hold on, I can't have my son kicking my ass at 38. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a long ways to go. It is not easy to get out of shape. That's why I like when these girls go walk, they get discouraged because of how uncomfortable it is when they're out of breath, how uncomfortable it is when they're sweaty. You know what I'm saying? How they feel like, mentally after a workout because they feel so drained, so tired, and their body just says, hey, I want to go lay down, eat Twinkies and Ho-Hos now because that's what makes me feel good. Me dating a woman, I can't change that about her. Even if she sees me go to the gym, for example. When I was with my ex, she's one of the fittest women I think that I've ever met. She would get up every day and go to the gym. I was still going past 250 to 280. She was coming home every day cooking what I wanted and cooking what she wanted every day. I was still going back past 280. I didn't want to. You have to get to a point where you're tired or you're motivated enough to actually put in the work to get the outcome you want. These women don't want to be skinny. They've accepted they're going to die fat. Like,
but
they're okay being shaped like teardrops.
That level of dedication and discipline that you're talking about is a very, very hard thing. And you're so damn crazy, Blockchain. I heard what you said at the last minute.
They are. They all look like drops of water.
Oh my God. Yo, hold on. World class is gonna respond to your comment.
That was stressful. So I had so my son's mother, she was barely 5 feet, 240 pounds when I met her, like around the time I met her. And by that time I was under 200. I was like at 190. So I had one from like 255 to one to like around 190, right? Anywhere from like 192 to 185. So on her own, she was like, "Well, I want to. Can you help me do that?" I said, "Okay, cool." So I just did shit, and I told her, "This what you got to do," and she did it. And she went from a highest again at 240 down to 160. So to answer a quick question, I do. I don't have no problem with helping a woman lose weight. Even when I was going to the gym like that, when there was a woman in there, I'll help her. I have no problem helping you, but you got to actually want it, and you got to do the work. I can't do your push-ups or your jogging for you. You got to want to do it. Man can lead all he want, but if you don't want to follow because your feelings mean more to you than your health, that's on you.
And that's a different thing, right? And I think because of how women think, I think y'all are thinking about how I'm saying as a leader that you're almost forcing, her to do the thing, or like, hey, you need to do this. That's not the energy I'm on. The energy I'm on is, you lead by example, right? And now some people will take that example and be like, okay, because I know a lot of chicks is like, look, I'm not gonna be the fat girlfriend while my man is out here getting fit and looking good. And so sometimes that just in showing that, look, and even in hey babe, we can do this together. You can start off small. Because what I will say is this: when I first started going to the gym, like before, like when I made that mental change, and it was like in high school, like when I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to be the big cheerleader anymore, even though I was still dope. Know that. But it was one of those things where it was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. And I had gotten a trainer, and I was like, I was on it. I had ran track, did cheer, all the whole nine, right? So I was super, physical, but just needed to get my weight in order. I remember there was this big girl, and this is in a testament to size can be completely obliterated when it comes to like physicality. If y'all have never been on an elliptical machine, let me tell y'all, it's like right under the stair stepper. Like it's one step close to death, but not quite as close as the Stairmaster, right? I remember my first time on this elliptical machine, I could barely do 5 minutes. I thought I was going to die, see stars, and write a letter to my mother. This girl, who was probably twice my size, had been on the elliptical for 60 minutes. And I was blown away. That in itself was like, nah, you and I noticed like I'm one all about healthy competition, right? And I was like, I know 280-pound broad and got me out here looking winded and crazy. And so that kind of kicked up, in the thing. Let me see. Ask her how many fat chicks she see
at the gym.
I guarantee one is she's right next to the exit. Actually, let me tell you something, baby. You go to My Crunch Fitness, or even when I was at Fitness Connection, big girls be in there and they be working and they really be wanting it. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's a bad thing. We should never gym shame. Like I personally feel like it takes people an act of Congress almost to want to make that change and do it effectively.
Can you answer me this question? Why do women? Because I've seen you said Zumba earlier. Why do women more inclined to go to Zumba versus being on the gym? Is it like the group thing? Because I've seen it with my own eyes. It be big women at Zumba, but
because it's fun, bro.
Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to Zumba, you're actually getting a full body workout. So depending on the class that you're taking, some classes include weights. Some of them have, a lot more calisthenics involved, and I know you was joking, Jay, it's all good. But, it's a lot of big women in the gym. And the reason why they like Zumba is because the music and the movements connect them differently, where they're not having to think about 3 reps of 15. They're not having to think about, 3 reps of 10. They don't have to think about how to use this thing, especially when they're getting started. It's dancing, it's fun, it's calorie burning, and you absolutely get a complete workout. So
because isn't it harder than going to the gym?
I wouldn't say that Zumba is harder than going to the gym. That also might be where I'm at in my level of gym physicality. But I will say that you can easily burn 500 plus calories in a Zumba class.
Because I was thinking it's because it's group. That's what I was thinking. It seemed like they're more inclined to wear the outfit.
Group method. People who are looking. Okay, so remember when you're thinking about discipline and going to the gym, right? For those of us who no longer need that partner, or that person to go, it's just a part of your routine. So you go. A lot of people will go to a class for one, for encouragement, because they'll see other people that are in more shape than them. They'll see people who are on the same level as them. They'll see people who may be behind them. But y'all are all in this class together working on one particular goal. And that makes it easier. So like if you're a little winded, but you look over to your left or to your right and you see somebody, you know, going extra hard, it'll mentally give you that boost, like, no, I need to go a little harder. You know, sometimes you'll see somebody who's not doing as well, and you can go and and encourage, hey girl, we got this, come on, we can do this, you know what I'm saying? So it really starts to put them in that mindset of it's an accomplishable thing. You know, the gym isn't, you know, something, you know, especially, you know, us, you know, 80s babies and stuff, we went outside. You know, we had fresh air. We did, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, weight was relative to what you were eating in your neighborhood or whatever was available, you know, in your circumstances. But now we're at a place where you don't even need a gym to work out. You can log in from home. You can, you know, do it.
Yeah,
So
that's what Jay the Informant just said.
oh
That
yeah.
pretty
You
much
can
use it for free at home.
YouTube has
YouTube.
so many fitness programs. But here's the thing though.
Everything.
People equate home to comfort. People equate home to relaxing.
Shit, what kind of house you got? If your house ain't comfortable and you relaxing in that motherfucker.
But no, the reason I said you so damn dumb. I said that to say that when you think about those things, when you think about working out, you're thinking work. You're thinking, and some people it's easier for them to go to a place to do that versus because they're still building a discipline. Some people have the discipline where they'll go out in their backyard, they'll go in their home, they'll hit the TV, the computer, and they'll do it. I'm one of those people that when I travel, I always travel at least 2 workout outfits. I don't give a fuck where I'm going. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to go lift some weights, and I'm going to make sure I get that done. Everybody.
She breaking up, was that me?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh shit! See, look,
go to
Wi-Fi.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Anytime you talk about the Wi-Fi being trash, there we go. That means we talking shit.
My Wi-Fi ain't trash. That's y'all.
That was you. What are you talking about? You froze.
Hey,
we
ain't
you froze. Well, on my side, y'all froze. So now who telling
That's
the
because your
truth?
Wi-Fi trash. That's why.
That's how they work.
I believe me more than I believe y'all. So,
wow.
Yo, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this before we close. Yo,
I'm so confused.
Yeah,
I'm so
yo, me too.
I'm so confused.
Yo,
what did you? Yo, listen.
So
See, y'all, I notice a lot of women say that, right? About placing your value on a man. It depends on who you're talking about attractive to. If your desired result is a man, then of course, now you got to listen to what the majority of men say. So if we're sitting here talking like, yo, your big ass is not attractive, we need you to lose weight because that's what we're attracted to. Why fight against that? And then for a married woman to say something like that makes it why people say, yo, it's so hard to even listen to married women. Because for a married slim woman, she could probably ask her husband, would you be okay with me if I was 300 pounds? And that man would say, hell no. And she knows that. But she's lying to these other women to coddle their feelings. But she in a whole workout uniform. Help me understand that.
So you know I say this all the time. Hold on, I was, doing what I do. Here we go. So I will say this. I think that especially now, we're in a time where women aren't living life for the approval of a man, right? Not saying that they don't want a man, but here's the thing, self-approval is the bigger thing, right? Because knowing who you are is more important than trying to figure out who you are to be with this person, right? So I equate it a lot to that. Pandering to what a man wants, ultimately, especially if it's not necessarily what you want, but you're just doing it because you want this man, you're ultimately not going to be able to keep up with that. You're not going to ultimately be able to sustain that long term, especially if it's not something that you've become disciplined in and want as a particular thing. Nothing wrong with, doing things that, your significant other likes, but to say that I'm doing all of these things, imagine how many women have gone out here. And I want y'all to really think about this. It has been several women who have been up, out, and about that have done things for the love, hope, and adoration of a man who never got them.
Okay.
Who's still sitting around hollering about, I lost the weight, I did the work, and I still can't find one, right? Because then now the needle is moved. Now the post goal is moved, right? I've done the thing. I have the man, right? So again, this is why as physicality very big on you all's docket, other things about what a woman is and who she is going to show up to be are going to be way more important later on. So again, I can understand not wanting to pander to a man because there's no guarantee that you do these things that a man is going to come.
Yeah, but the whole question was about being attractive, right?
Mhm.
So attractive to who? That's what I'm saying. So if you're like, am I attractive to the world?
GMT,
Attractive to women?
You just said when you met the lady last night that she was very attractive. You didn't.
But I would never. If
You
I was a single man, I would never date her because she's too damn big.
You didn't deem her undateable until you saw her size. Again,
and then that made her undateable.
See her size first, then you see her face or whatever. Because your face can be pretty.
No, he saw her face first.
Yeah, she was sitting down, so I didn't see her size. And mind you, I was
Okay,
drinking a little bit. It was in like I said, a singles thing in a little club. You know what I'm saying? So I saw her and I was like, oh, she's a pretty girl. Then the moment I hit the corner, I said, God damn, she's spilling off the seat. So that made me say, yo, nah, there's no way that the average man is gonna find her attractive because when she walks, it's in slow motion.
Shit.
You just said that she was marriage material, though. So that goes back to what I was saying.
Personality was nice, but that's it.
Right, but wait, that goes back to what I was saying as far as leadership, right? Not making and forcing someone to do something, but showing them through action and encouraging them to join you because who they are as a person, and you want them to be able to show up for them the way that you want to show up for them. That is what, to me, when I think about a man being a leader or a leader in general, man, woman, whoever, you lead through example. Leadership doesn't mean dictatorship. Leadership means being able to show someone that whatever action, whatever goal you're trying to achieve with this person is doable and leading them that way. Now, if they decide upon this journey that they're like, nah, fuck this, you're going to just accept me how I am, or that's just what it is, then that's something different. That's something that you can't direct.
You see what Skinny said? I'll just find a slim version of her. Exactly.
Exactly, Skinny. But here's the thing. Here's the thing as a leader, right? I still have to. I can only lead who I can lead. Meaning I got a certain skill set. So to any leader, teachability and coachability is extremely important. And if I'm meeting you and you're 30, you've been on this planet for 3 decades and you haven't had your health together, the God you pray to, the family you come from, if you have children, yourself wasn't good enough for you to listen to, right? I'm playing behind an 8 ball thinking I'm gonna come in here and change. This is the same stuff that women be telling these the younger chicks. Don't think you can go in and change a man. So what makes me think I'm supposed to come in and off rip just because of the way you look, I can lead you to do something you don't want. It's cool. I'm willing to do it when you say you want to do it. But until then, I'm off. But then, and still, you're having 2 different conversations. You talking about a relationship. We just talking about off rip, how you look. Are you attractive? If you
Let
don't
me
look
ask
like
you this: have you never had or an experience where you met a person and it was like, you know what, I've already wanted to make these changes. I'm willing to make them in lieu or in conjunction with this person, right? Again, and this is what I said earlier. Some men elicit certain responses and certain energies from women. If you were, case in point, I'm gonna use you and my girl Ash. Ash, shout out to you. You should have been here today. So let's say you meet Ash, right? And Ash is all the things, but you're like, you know what? If she was just 20, 30 pounds less, this would be rocking, right? Are you gonna throw away a potentially great person that you've already deemed was worthy of the things for 20 or 30 pounds that
Yeah, but kid, we're not talking about 20, 30 pounds. We're talking about 100 plus.
No, we can go with that. We can go with that.
these women are 100 plus pounds over.
Okay.
No.
Let's go with 30 pounds.
No, we can go with that. That's
you know how many women try to slave over 30 pounds for every holiday, summertime vacation? 30 pounds is like 30 fucking pounds.
So okay, so let Wall Street let our world class go with 30
World
pounds.
class.
So 20, 30 pounds, like, right? If I am going to weigh whether I'm gonna be with a woman because she got 20, 30 pounds overweight versus all these other qualities that she got, and obviously her qualities is not that high. Automatically, if that's a weight just for 20, 30 pounds, whether you are somebody like me to know how to help people lose weight or not, her qualities can't be that positive. It can't possibly be that high for 20 or 30 pounds. It's not even, that's an easy thing. So in my own life, no, I'm not about to throw you away because if you're a dope woman and you got a great mindset, because that's more of a premium now, is a woman with a healthy mindset, right? Granted, you ain't show that health wise, but healthy being you got the relationship skills, you're not disrespectful to men, your value system isn't about tick for tatting with men, then it can be worth it for me. It could be worth it.
And that's all I was saying. And that's what I was trying to get y'all to get. It's more about, because the quality of a person, weight is a very small part of it, and I know for men, it's a bigger part because let's face it, y'all want the trophy. Y'all want the woman that y'all can dote and show off to your boys.
You don't gotta be that kid. I think you're inaccurate saying that. Hear me out, kid. Hear me out. Bring your ass back on camera, kid.
I'm trying to do the things that I do. I'm listening.
Hear me out, right? Reason why I say that it's not necessarily about us having a trophy. The average man usually dates down in looks if they can find a woman that's cooperative. So yeah, like World Class said, he could deal with a woman that's maybe 30 pounds overweight. He's fine with that, right? But now let's start talking about that same pretty woman that I talked about at the bar, that she is not 20 or 30 pounds overweight. She was literally about 150 to 300 pounds overweight.
That's crazy. That's intense.
So you're telling me she could fit every criteria in the book, and you're saying it's okay? Some men will deal with a woman that's a little overweight. She might be a little unattractive, but he might find things in her and deal with her because she's willing to cooperate with him. But when it comes down to these type of women, there's no discipline in them. And what's the discipline could I give you in my leadership if you have no direction yourself?
Yeah.
It shows a form of laziness, kid. It's like, yo, this woman is lazy. She's lazy. She's gonna teach my kid. She's gonna teach my kids how to be lazy. If she probably can't even birth a healthy child. I don't care if I'm assuming. I'm looking.
No, but that's the main thing about healthy women.
Stop assuming that.
You never know.
So World Class. I was telling him to shut up because he be over here. This is why I don't be liking company on these things, because he be acting out. Go ahead, World Class. What
you acting brand new for company? No, I'm just saying that is the main thing for a fit woman. It reflects health. Like the genes want a healthy body to reproduce with. Our attraction to each other is about making children, whether you want to make child or not. We are attracted to healthy looking people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all. What is the main slight to niggas? Dusty. You don't want no dusty ass nigga, because it's not just that he got dust on him. His skin look crazy. He don't know how to groom. These are the things that suggest to you that this not the type of nigga I want to fuck with. So a fit woman, specifically a fit woman, because that was the question they asked. It looks like this is somebody that's healthy I can have children with. But today for the pleasure shit, this is somebody healthy I can really play with. I can, they want to throw her around the bed a little bit. She can jump from the ceiling fan or whatever. So
and I absolutely understand and get that, right? But again, like you were saying, some substantive qualities are gonna outweigh how much a person weighs, and the fact that we put value, because and maybe y'all just don't know different people like that, and that's just what it is. But I know a lot of big women who exactly. Okay. Look, I just made some broccoli Alfredo, girl, with some crab cakes. I understand. As soon as I get over here with them, I'm going to snatch. Okay. So again, what I was saying in regards to where we're placing the value. The fact that y'all say that someone who's a heavier person isn't disciplined is wild crazy. They're not disciplined in their physicality or in their physical work, so as far as working out. But that doesn't mean that they're not disciplined in other areas of their life. We know of several people who are disciplined in a lot of areas and then lack in one or two. That doesn't mean that they're not, a disciplined person. That just means that in that particular area, they need more discipline. They need more help. Again, weight loss is not an easy fucking thing. Like, we're making it seem like everybody can just, it's not saying that everybody can't do it, but we're making it seem like it's just the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It takes a different level of fortitude. It takes a different level of discipline. It takes a different level of mental energy. And let's face it, we got the election going on. My nerves is rattled just behind that. Like, my mental, I'm like, Lord have mercy if Frugal McDougal joins this damn presidency again. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because Agent Orange be doing a lot. I don't know, again, and I'm not even gonna go there. I personally feel like a lot of men, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land that, but I feel like a lot of men aren't voting for Kamala, but not even because of what they feel like she's done before, but because she's a woman, and having leadership under a woman is just something they can't fathom. But that's
not why. But
Well,
we're not gonna go there.
We're
I
not
don't
going
really hit that on this channel like that. Kid, for bringing that crap up. But anyways, listen. You wanted to, we're gonna close out, but you wanted to close out with something world class.
This one thing, because it's on my brain. I think that what everything Kid said is accurate. Like, just because somebody has whatever, they may be unhealthy, don't mean they can't be disciplined, or they could be, that could just be there one or two places in life where they like. But we got to understand, when attraction, like we have in our job interviews, you can't make a second first impression. And if our first impression of you is this, that, the third, this is why they tell us come out, be dressed to impress. What the old women say, the old grandmother say, make sure you got some clean drawers on, because you never know how you're gonna come home, stuff like that. You can't make a second first impression because you don't never know. You know what I'm saying? So it's a part of the process and how you present yourself, which is why a lot of women don't want to go outside. No, I don't want to go nowhere because I look a mess today. I gotta get my hair done first. I ain't going there because I gotta get my hair done first, because you could meet the guy of your life, your dreams. He could be there. You don't want to make the wrong first impression. So the way you look physically, outside of your clothes, outside of your grooming, and how fly you are, that applies to it, and that gives people impressions, albeit influenced by social constructs that are accurate and inaccurate. But that's an aspect that you got to know gonna come with that. Not assuming this is a great person in a relationship was not, but it's like, from what I see, I can only go off what I see at this time until I get to know you.
Right. I'm with you. I'm with that. Well, yo, listen. This is a dope.
Can I say this before you end it out? I just want to say this. Sometimes your second impression is your better one, because if you and it's not all the time that you get the opportunity to do that, depending on the situation. But case in point, me and Chill used to be at each other's throats. Now we be kikiing and all kind of other stuff. Tell my girl, I say, hey, then even with blockchain, I at one point was ready to ice pick blockchain in his eyeball. Okay, and I know how I feel about sharp objects.
Exactly what we said about violence, right?
Look, I never said I wasn't violent.
Shout out to violence.
I believe in peace, though. Peace in the Middle East, in the West, everywhere. But I personally feel like.
No,
there we go. Thank God. Won't Jesus do it? Anyways, this was a great show.
That's definitely dope. I'll make sure I hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're on my channel, link to this original live is in the description and pinned to the top. Y'all make sure y'all come over and subscribe to Grown Man Talking. Appreciate y'all.
And same here. If you are on my side, make sure you go over to World Class Channel and hit the subscribe button ASAP. As soon as I end the stream, everyone go over there and subscribe. We're doing this partnership, man. So let's build these channels up, because we got some good conversations for y'all. But until the next time, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. Whiteboard, I wanna down my feet. Make love and repeat. I don't ever want to stay all night. See the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling, baby. But it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving at first. Don't save me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? To make you wanna stay.